There. So one of the biggest questions I get in the office is really what am I doing when I'm wiggling people's feet? And wiggling people's feet is just a form of a muscle test. And a lot of techniques use this muscle testing therapy of using the feet. Um, but the way I do it is just unique than anybody else. In the following video, actually, I'm going to show you what really a muscle test really is. Muscle testing is just like a subconscious communication with the body. So you're just basically talking to the body, and the body responds, and that's really what the feet do. And so it's not necessarily voodoo or some kind of magic. It's really just the body responding to different stimuli, basically, right? And I'll show you that in the next video. Enjoy. If you have any questions with the video, please leave a comment, and I'll talk to you soon. Enjoy this video.
Hi, Chris Belfer here with another video. In today's video, we're really going to demonstrate really what a muscle test is and how our thinking, what we put in our bodies affect us, and really what a muscle test is really how I use the technique to talk to the body. And it's really just a simple muscle test. So I'm going to demonstrate really what a muscle test is because a lot of people have questions around what that really is. So what I'm going to do is first have this gentleman just lift up his leg here. And I'm just going to ask him to just resist while I push it down. So just going to push towards the wall here. I'm going to push it that way. And just resist, good. And be strong and resist, good. And you can see he's got some good strength to hold it up. Now I'm just going to have I want you to say no and think no. No and be strong. And see the difference where he went weak there? I want you to think yes and say yes and be strong.
Yes.
Okay, good. And you can just bring that down for a second. And I said the words to, I say yes, and I tell people to think yes and say yes, really because it's kind of like sometimes people try to trick you and they want to say, like they're going to say yes, but they're thinking no in their head. And so sometimes it fools your reading. So I like people to say yes, think yes. And I use that technique because it's like, I want you to not think of a pink elephant. And what do? You think of a pink elephant. You're all thinking of a pink elephant, right? And so it's the same idea, the same premise is that I want him to be congruent. So his body is responding exactly as it should as far as a positive versus a negative response. So I want you to bring up your leg again. And I just want you to be strong and resist. Okay. Say yes, think yes.
Yes.
Be strong. Okay, good. And I just want you to think of a negative experience in your life, whether it was a fight with someone that really was, maybe it was an accident that you had, a really challenging time in your life. Can you think of something? You don't have to say it, you're just going to think of that event.
Okay.
Yeah, and just be strong for me. And see how it instantly went weak on that event, right? So I want you to think of the opposite. I want you to think of something that's really positive in your life, a great event that happened, a great experience that you had, a trip, a vacation, a special event in your life. Do you have something?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to think of that event and be strong. See the difference? You can relax it, thank you. And see how the change in how we think affects how our body responds. So the more we have negative thinking, the more we have negative thoughts, it affects our muscles. So really, if it affects our muscles, it's going to affect our whole body because we're all made of energy. Muscles are energy. And really, so it's important to have that positive thinking. So we get to now foods. So a couple things. We'll do the sugar first. So we're going to take some raw sugar. I'm just going to push this on his belly button. Actually, let's test it first. Okay. So make sure he's nice and strong here. All right. You're going to get a workout here today. And be strong here for me. Okay. I'm just going to actually put this is NutraSweet. I'm going to see how his body responds if I put some NutraSweet on him. And just be strong for me. And see how NutraSweet makes him weak. He's got some over here I'm going to shake off. Whereas I put some raw sugar, so this is actually natural, organic raw sugar, so it's a healthy form of sugar. And I want you just to resist for me. And see the difference the two make, right? Now we're going to take a nice apple. Sit that on your belly. You want to hold that? Perfect, thanks. Good, and lift up your arm again here, and I just want our leg, and just resist for me, be strong. Good. Take that down. You can put Put your arm down. And just a fruit roll-up. It says it has some natural flavors. Let's see if it's good for you. So let's bring that up for you, and then be strong. And it caused him to go weak, right? So I'm not pulling any different, am I? It's pretty much the same strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So let's make you nice and strong again before we leave. I want you to think yes, say yes, and be nice and strong. I want you to think no, say no, be nice and strong. So just want to re-emphasize how important that is. Again, think yes, say yes, and be strong. Awesome, good. Relax that. And so there you have it. That's muscle testing. What I do is I use your feet as a means to muscle test because it takes away people's muscles. Because if he had a sore hip, back problems, maybe a knee pain, that's going to affect his, response to what's going on. It may be challenging for him. And it also takes away his thought process because sometimes people may really want something, especially when it comes to a certain supplement, maybe a certain food. Like I had a friend who loved hot dogs, and he really wants hot dogs to test strong because he loves hot dogs so much. And so he's trying to make it, his body and his mind is trying to fight the idea that it's good for him. So it just kind of puts more, makes it harder to demonstrate, it makes it hard to show because you're trying to use your brain, you're trying to think with what's going on. So I use their feet to take all that out, and it's really just talking to your subconscious to figure out where that root of the problem is. Thanks, and we'll talk again soon.